Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to a brand new video of Tokyo Ghoul Invoke. In today's episode, what I wanted to do is cover a little bit more on the game. So currently there is a light and a red clown around. I wanted to try to get to 100 million damage today and just kind of have a good time with it. My attack buff is on right now, that's double damage, and I'll be using a team of the Arima, Black Reaper, and the LeaIsChill, which has no Kagune. He isn't actually released yet, with a back of just several different debuff type units. I just want to rush into it because they do despawn really, really quickly, and if it despawns in the middle of a video, I have to restart the entire thing. So we're going to try our best. It's happened to me before, and just have a good time with it and see how things go. Now, it is very early in the morning right now. But our main goal right now is going to be the max amount of DPS possible and just trying to kind of work around it and see how things go. Now, what I'm currently feeling is full AP of both of my blues and then all the way in with Arima until he gets his buff off. Then we pop off his actual unawakened skill, buff the attack of everyone, and then we try and work on getting the charge again of Arima and try and see how this ends up working out. Because I feel like he's still going to do one of the best DPSs possible right now. And in general, it just should work out pretty decently. Now, I am going to swap out here to the other Kaneki because he does do quite a bit of damage and he does have a basis of a free skill. He's just really good. Kaneki Unawakened genuinely is like one of the best attackers in the game right now, and it's never gonna stop being fantastic. So I may as well try and get that DPS in while I can. And now, because the break bonus applies to both the front wave and the back wave here, whenever we're doing this, whenever we're using the Arima, I'll be able to use the Kaneki really, really freely alongside the Arima in the same row, because he gets the buff off of that, and he also has a 3x self buff to himself. So he works really, really well behind Arima against stuff like this. It's really interesting, actually, how they like synergize like that. But we're gonna do this, pop off. I'm gonna do all the way in with Arima just to get that try and break off. We'll pop the buff one more time, and then we'll try and use the skill of our Ayato and see how things go. He's actually one of the better premiums in terms of trying to do good amounts of DPS against the enemies. Like you can see right here, he just popped off like 500k per hit, which honestly, it works out. I don't have a lot of blue attackers, so anyone that ends up doing any kind of DPS works for me. Like, I'll just take whatever I can get at this point. Honestly, I do feel as if Mutsuki is currently the best blue attacker in the game, and that's obvious from the amount of like damage counts they get with like, oh, 1 billion damage. So, I'm definitely lacking in terms of that, but I feel as if Mutsuki is also going to be a filler in future banners, so it shouldn't be a huge deal. We're also already getting closer and closer to that 100 million by the second turn, weirdly enough. I'm curious about this. Probably going to save my swaps for the rest of these turns until a little bit later, because I'd want to try to have at least 2 for the final wave, but we'll get some work in. I think that sounds comfy. Now, this is the turn where the buff that Arima gives will last for the rest of the entirety of the match. So it shouldn't be a huge deal to just pop off his actual awakening after I use his buff one more time. We're going to do this. We're going to get that done. We're going to use the buff of Arima one last time inside this match. We're good to go. Now we're going to try to get charge on him to actually get him awakened, because he is going to do a lot of really good DPS once he is awakened now, because his actual attack buff lasts for 3 turns after he uses it. So you can pretty much plan around it pretty handedly and do a really good job around it. However, Black Reaper crits it. He does a real good job, and we keep on working toward our main goal. So we'll be trying to focus on mostly awakening now. Honestly, it shouldn't be too bad because the clowns themselves only have 4 durability, so you can actually work around his lack of any kind of breaking damage for the most part. He has 9 AP. So if I go like this, you should be able to use the rest of it and just be fine here. I am going to awaken. I want to pop into the owl form, and we're going to just use all of that AP to get the break bonus off on our squad as well. No, what? I clicked. Bad habit. Horrible habit. I need to try and get out of it, because that just happened again on recordings, and that's just really, really sad. And there goes my DPS for a lot of this entire thing. Oh, god damn it. At least I'll be able to get to the 100 million regardless. It's not a huge deal. But I am very sad now, because I lost an entire turn of just abhorrent, non-stop DPS. Here, so we pop that off. We'll do this one more time. Go for this. Honestly, even a Rima's skill at 100%, he could make it so premiums can get the 100 million by themselves. Like, I don't quite know what other blue premiums will work quite well with this, but I could see it pretty easily being able to get to this point as well. Mostly because his DPS was also a majority of what we did right here. Like, he carried a lot of this. Here, so we're going to pop off the attack of the Kaneki right now. Big Mata Damaze. Go in like this. Another skill. Perfect. That's a golden. God, one full, like, AP charge lets him use his skill 2 times in a row. That's so good. Here, so pop this off. We'll use the ability once again. Keep on pumping out the DPS. Use the skill one more time. Go for it. Alrighty, swap back to Kaneki. And we'll use one more version of Kaneki's skill here. With a combo of, how much does it end up at? 226. We're good to go on the final turn. I actually will take that. That was like 50 million damage in the last turn by itself. Honestly, fantastic. And I'm super happy with that. Hell yeah. And that is our 100 million DPS for this season over here on JP. So honestly, not too bad this season. The bosses are pretty easy, and that 50 million damage from just Arima by himself. 34, 32, 22. So it appears that the Riayato did do less damage than the Kaneki did by himself. That makes sense, but interesting. Neutrals, neutrals. But we are good to go, and our thing is still counting up all the way to our fancy old 100 million damage. There we go. And let's go ahead and claim this right to ourselves. And we're up to 54. That also means I can max out one more character here with my tickets if I wanted to. I don't truthfully know what character I would want to max out right now. I kind of have everyone I wanted to maxed out fully, but I'll figure it out, I'm sure. I am kind of tempted to try and do one more here, because there is the Light Clown. And the Light Clown, genuinely, with Kaneki and Arima, should be a very interesting time all in all. And I'm very curious to see how this goes. We're going to do it. We're going to do one more. We're at about like 10 minutes anyway. It's okay. The videos can go as long as they need to. It all works out. All right. You know, today is Victoria Day. Here in Canada, we celebrate Victoria Day. Well, celebrate. We have a holiday for Victoria Day, where we're supposed to have the entire day off to do nothing. We're supposed to go out, have fireworks, have a great time, just fucking party. That's the basis of today. It's basically like a second Canada Day for the most part. A big difficulty with this is the fact that apparently during the semester, we're meant to have 3 holidays on Mondays throughout the entirety of it. Meaning that all throughout this semester, it's just going to continue to miss Mondays. So my actual teachers decided that today was the day that they wanted to implement an unfortunate system where apparently today we're meant to go in for classes for 9:30 a.m. And we're meant to go and get that done to try and actually not miss today at all. Unfortunately, what this does mean for me is I'm recording this video early in the morning. It's going to be edited and recorded fairly quickly. And then I'm going to have to rush out of the house and go and get that done on my statutory holiday. Because of how the semester is laid out, I'm super sad about it, honestly. It's low-key kind of killing me, because I am super not ready at all for trying to deal with a day like today actually having school. I'm so tired already, and I was looking forward to just fucking napping the day away. So today is going to be a big stress, but I will attempt to get through it. And in the end, that's all you can ask of yourself. And it hurts. That's basically why I'm recording this so early in the morning. I'm just trying to get this out of the way. It should work out quite well. I don't really need to rush this out because the actual, like, season doesn't end until next Tuesday, I believe. So that means I will have an entire other week of the war to actually get this done. I still have yet to do my global version of this, so I'll probably end up doing that on a recording at some point. But I'm not stressing about trying to rush this out and trying to get the 100 million for today at least. We got it done anyway, but it's all okay. And next turn we'll be able to awaken with Arima as well and test things out. So we'll pop this. We'll use this to try and get our AP back. Truthfully, I feel like I probably could have used Kaneki instead of Arima in the left slot, but you win some, you lose some, and you accept what you got. I'm getting another charge on Kaya. I feel like she wasn't going to actually get that by herself, honestly. So we'll pop that. We'll do 1, 2, 3, 4. Swap out to the Kaneki, and our goal is going to be... So I'll pop the skill with him. We'll go over to Arima. We'll use his skill, and then we'll use Kanai to actually get our skill charge back. I think that sounds quite good for us. Pop it off. We pop off Kanai's skill as well. Alright, we'll do 1, 2, 3, and then we'll just go in with Kaneki and get another skill off. So we're already up to 80 million off of just this. And we'll just keep on pushing and see how things end up going. I think it should be quite nice. Alrighty. And we'll just try and get the skill charge onto Arima, because we want him to awaken this turn anyway, so there's no time like the present for you to get the maximum amount of skill charge possible. I am going to pop his buff real quick. We're going to use the Kanai skill to get our skill charge all the way back, and then we're going to try and awaken with Arima afterwards as well. I probably could have used more of Kaneki's charge before, though. Damn it. Pop it. 1, 2, 3, and we'll just try and get the charge on Arima to get him awakened. Awakening. Now I do have a swap out. That could help me with trying to get more charge and more ability on my other unit, on the Kaya. However, I strongly believe that this is going to be the best way of doing it because more DPS with Kaneki, and I also low-key want a double swap to actually have Kaneki in the next turn anyway. So I'll pop this. We'll do 2 of those and just go in with the Arima and pop off a real good DPS attack. Go! He's so flashy. That's the only way I can put it. He's just such a cool, flashy unit. And... we're okay, right? You're not going to actually kill anyone. Yeah, okay. We'll just do this for now, then. And we're good. We will pop off Arima's skill here. I'm probably going to use Kanai's skill before I swap out. Like, I'll pop off Kaneki's skill here. We'll get up to 9 hits in total, use Kanai's skill, and then get for Kaneki's charge again. So I feel like that sounds like a good idea for trying to actually work on things. So pop this off. We'll get that charge off there. I kind of want to focus on Kaneki's charges, honestly. Like, I feel like he's going to be the highest DPS anyway. Even on this turn, I feel like I care about him the most. I do wish I could actually awaken him and use him properly, because I like the white hair quite a bit. But listen, when you have the ability that is this strong of an unawakened skill, and you invest all these stimulants into him, you want to use it, and you hate to see it. We're going to try and get Arima's skill off here. We are going to double swap regardless, so it's not really a huge deal. We'll get Kanai off here. That is not the way to put that. We'll use her skill here. Got it. And we're probably just going to try to invest in using... I'm going to pop Kaneki's skill again and then use Kanai, because I feel like I can have the charge for next turn's ability anyway as well. Pop this off. You know, best case scenario, I actually get like 4 crits in a row, and And I'm able to get Kaneki's skill off again anyway. We'll see how this goes. I'm going to try to get, like, the amount of charge I can off of Arima with Kaneki. It's every 5th hit, so we'll do 1, 2, 3, 4. Bop. Not quite. Not quite all the way there, but we'll take that. And now we do want to get the break off with Arima regardless. We are going to try and get his ability anyway. That's the unfortunate thing. You always want him to be the breaker. So we'll pop off the Kaneki skill here. Bwah! We'll use this. You're the first one I'll ever use this on, despite the fact that I use on every single fight that I do. Inside this game, at least. Alrighty. We'll try and get the Kaneki's abilities off once again. Just have a real good time with it. We could actually probably get to 200 million off of this, honestly. We're definitely on track for it. Here we go. Honestly, like, Unawakened Kaneki is my absolute favorite unit to play with right now. Like, I love Arima, and I love how overwhelming he is. If Arima was an AoE when he was unawakened, he would be my favorite unit in the game right now. But because of how it works, I like Kaneki a lot because of his animations, his actual abilities, the way that he works, and just generally how he holds himself up, you know? I'm a huge fan of it. But we are going to pop Kaneki's skill here, get one final hit in, and we're going to swap out to the Kaya and totally not get another ability off, but that is okay for right now. I'll take that anyway. And let's see what the damage counters are. I imagine that Kaneki probably did like 150 million worth of that damage. Like, I can only imagine he carried like a majority of that, right? $123 million came from Kaneki. 66.6 million came from Arima. 23 million came from Kaya, and 2.7 million came from Kanae. Now, Kanae obviously is here for the skill charge regardless, but that's still pretty sad. You know, someday we'll get a Fest unit that actually has skill charge on their abilities, and it'll be the super fucking broken piece of shit that we all need. And it'll be super sad, because that'll be even more power scaling. But it'll all work out, I'm sure. For right now, I am going to claim all of these. Thank you kindly. I'm gonna do another multi on the Urie banner, because if I end up getting a copy of him, I'm gonna stim him up regardless. So you never know, and you know what? A man can dream. And if I get a copy of him, you never know what ends up happening. Honestly, my investment inside this right now isn't too, like, big, and I kind of care about Urie quite a bit. That's a ghoul. Yeah, it's okay. That's okay. That's a nutcracker. I will take that regardless. We do also have some tickets here to just pop off and do whatever with. So I'm hoping for more Hirako dupes if possible. That's another nutcracker. Apparently today is just the crackiest time in the world. And finally, on our SSR ticket, we got Naki. Pretty useless, but I mean, I'm probably going to sell them for stimulants, honestly. Like, genuinely, it's kind of what I care about right now. I'm trying to push more units up to 100% because I'm trying to justify using units that aren't just the anniversary units right now. And the only way to do that is to try and get as much work done as possible. So it's a rock and a hard place, but I'm trying to work on things. Now, how many dupes do I actually have into Nutcracker? Only one, apparently. I actually will take that then. I actually managed to max out the Eto as well recently. I didn't get the chance to use her today, but the premium Eto that I've been using for a while, she's been doing some pretty good work in general. She's great for autoing a bunch of quests. I'll actually probably max her out. In terms of her guard, I guess I haven't done that just yet. Maybe I'll try and do like a team like that and run like an Aogiri team at some point, because that sounds like a real good time. For right now, though, I'd like to say thank you for watching this episode of Tokyo Ghoul Re-Invoke. We'll be back next time to do some more of this game. I don't know if we'll be doing it during the season, because unfortunately, aside from Tuesday when they drop more Strike, I don't see a heck of a lot coming to the game during this entire season. We have no boss fights. We have not a heck of a lot to end up grinding aside from that Urie, which I did end up getting done already. And just generally, like, there's not a heck of a lot to do. So I'll see you guys when off-season starts once again. Bye for now, everybody. Bye.